Hello, I'm Carlos Alberto the Thinker. Welcome to this deep reflection on how the pendulum of history shows us the back and forth of the Americas, and how a building in Caracas, El Helicoide, sums up this cycle, broken dreams, and the fight for what a symbol means. Today, we'll look at its past, its unsure present, and what it teaches us about memory, world politics, and personal goodness. Stay tuned, because this might change how you see the world. El Helicoide, the pendulum of history in the Americas, the fight for its meaning, memory, and global politics. The pendulum isn't a flaw, it's what history is all about. It goes in circles, it's bound to happen. Progress, reaction, peak, decline, hope, disappointment. The rhythm that isn't a straight line and always comes back. For example, the Cuban Revolution in 1959 caused a big swing that inspired movements all over Latin America and caused equally strong reactions. Every push creates a pull. Politics knows this and uses it. It shakes things up to make the pendulum swing its way. But the back and forth isn't random. It's about urges, fears, promises, and memories that haven't been dealt with. When we forget, the pendulum gains speed. When we remember wisely, the movement becomes a lesson. Our challenge, not to be swept away by the swing, but to understand what's really going on. In the late 1950s, under Pérez Jiménez, the idea was born, a spiral shopping center, modern movement, belief in progress. El Helicoide impressed international critics, was shown in places like MoMA, and even caught the eye of Dalí. It was a symbol of what the Americas could be. Architecture as a promise, to go up without stairs, to flow like the traffic of a city dreamed to last forever. But the pendulum swung. The work was never finished. The modern glass cracked. The symbol changed its face. El Helicoide became a detention center. Reports of torture were heard in UNA and Yakar reports. The spiral of shopping turned into a spiral of pain. Memory got stronger. Each ramp held voices. Each wall absorbed stories that need to be heard. In 2026, Delcy Rodríguez announces an order given by Donald Trump, the closing of El Helicoide and the release of political prisoners. She also announced an amnesty for political prisoners and the conversion of the complex. The plan: community, sports, cultural, and commercial use, focusing on police families and nearby communities. A symbol of progress, a symbol of oppression, and now, a new center? The pendulum doesn't stop. It asks who tells the story and why. Luis Quiñones, a retired U.S. soldier, is worried. If it becomes a recreation center for police families, it could gloss over the horror that happened there. He suggests a museum of memory for the victims of the Bolivarian dictatorship, to make the pain a warning, not something to be forgotten. This is the political fight to control the story of the cycle. Who names it? In what tone? For what reasons? A memorial can keep memory alive. A park can make it fade. A mixed center might try to do both. What makes society stronger? When the meaning of a symbol is fought over, the future is also fought over. What we agree to remember and what we choose to deny. It's our job as citizens to demand truth and meaning. No easy cover-up, no endless anger, just fair memory. If the symbol teaches us, the pendulum becomes less violent and more wise. If it's messed with, the cycle comes back harsher. Carlos Rokoff explains clearly, China's goals are taking the place that the Soviet Union left in this new two-sided world. Loans, buildings, technology. The network grows, not with soldiers but with deals and satellites. Russia is less important. It has some influence, military power, but less economic power in the region. Trump's Monroe Doctrine 2.0 wants to kick out influences from outside the Americas. Old idea, new tools. Venezuela and El Helicoide become a hot symbolic spot. Whoever controls the story controls their place on the board. World politics is memory on a global scale. Spirals of interest, resources, ideas, and fame. Nothing is separate. Dr. Emilio Miray Lopez, in Current Psychological Problems, showed how rigid and idealistic revolutionary urges cause sudden swings. The back and forth feeds on stiffness. Smart flexibility softens it. Fanaticism pushes it. But let's get to the Stoic lesson. While politics tries to control the pendulum swings of history, you can rise above them with goodness, self-control, and peace when faced with things you can't control. Finally, dear friends, coming back to the main topic of El Helicoide, it's important to say that people who don't remember tend to repeat their past. This is why there's a fight over what the symbol means. Personally, with a Stoic mindset, my advice is break your own cycle and grow memory, goodness, and a strong inner self. Tell me, what's your take? Turn El Helicoide into a museum, create a recreation center, or maybe go back to the original idea of a shopping mall with space for the museum too. Joining Circle 2026 is free. Leave a comment saying, I want to join Circle 2026, and I'll add you. Thinking well is living better. See you. A hug